Hey everybody, it's Tanya at Hummingbird Paintery at 6 p.m. Central in Memphis, Tennessee tonight, and we are doing the Fabergé egg event with the Sparkle Room. So if you are not following with the Sparkle group, then please go to that. I've got it in the description of my video. If you don't see the live button, then please hashtag replay and let me know where you're from and that you're new. I hope you'll be back to my page and follow me. So hopefully we will get some people on here. Thank you so much, Chris and Kathy, for having me in this event. I've been looking forward to it for the month and a half that I've known about it, and I cannot wait to show y'all what I've done. So hopefully we'll get some people on. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for doing this. And I've got my paints all ready right here that I'm going to be using for my project. Hey, Miss Vicky. Hey, Miss Peggy. Hey, Kathy. Thank you so much for the stars. Hey, Lynn. It's good to see you. Thank you for the hearts as well. Hey, Miss Paula. Thank you for painting the page, Miss Peggy. I appreciate that. Hey, Ellen. It's so good to see you. Hey, Laurel. It's good to see you. I hope that everybody's been looking on the page today of all the crafters. Everybody's done a wonderful job. And after me is going to be, oh my goodness, I just like froze. It's Dina. Dina with Dina's Designs is next after me. But first, we're going to do something cute. Hey, Miss Pat, Miss Opa, Lisa, and Patty. Hey, Lindy, it's good to see you. Thank you, and your egg was wonderful. Hey, Miss Debbie. Everybody's egg so far has been fabulous. Hopefully, mine will be that way, too. Hey, Vermar. Hey there. Designs by Dina. That's it. Golly, what is my problem? Hey, Melinda. Hey, Cena. It's so good to see y'all. Thank you so much. So, I bought 2 eggs. They came together, and I took my Dremel tool and I made a hole in it. A few people had the same idea, but mine's going to have a little bit different on the inside. Thank you. Hey, Chris. Good evening to you. All right. Hey, Cece. So, I got some of this bling from Kathy D. And I bought this, and it had 2 different kinds with it. It's very tiny. I liked it because it sparkles a lot. But when I put the glue on the edge here, it kind of diminishes the color. You can kind of see it sparkle a little bit, but I just wanted a little bit of bling around here, not to take away or distract from the inside. This actually is a plastic egg, but it's paper mache. They just put paper on the outside of it. I wanted to decorate. Hey, Miss Deb, how are you doing, girl? I wanted to decorate the outside and the inside, but I didn't want to do too much on the outside, so I just did a little bit. But I prepped a little bit because we only have 45 minutes. So I've started the back of it, okay? I've got some flowers on here, and I've already done the green, and I've done 2 of the pink flowers, and then I left this one right here for y'all to see how to do this. And I'm going to do it first, and then we will do the things that I'm going to put on the inside, so you'll see what I'm doing. But I don't want to do that because then they'll roll around and everything else. So I want to do the outside first. So what I'm going to do is just take kind of a medium flat brush, and we're going to take the pink, and I'm going to go over this right here. I didn't care if it had 2 coats to it or not, because I like it kind of showing the color underneath. And these are kind of dogwood. I'm going to get kind of close here, but not all the way, so you can see the difference between the 2 flowers. And see how that is? I've just put it on there, and you see a little bit of the color coming underneath it. I'm going around the edge where I had already drawn the picture on there. And we'll make them look pretty here in a minute. But we'll dry this part, and then we'll work on the extra that I've already done. We'll do the centers of the flowers. And we'll do the leaves to make them look more like leaves. And this is what it looks like, okay? So that's the flower, and I've got 2 there, and then over here I have 2 that aren't opened, and then 1 that is, okay? So I'm using just a light pink. This is Multi-Surface Satin Light Pink because I couldn't find it in the regular colors. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Rachel. Jeanette Twins Creations. All right, so I'm going to dry this just a little bit. That way I don't stick my hand in it on accident. And the rest of it is dry, so we will be able to go over it with our other colors and make it look a lot prettier, okay? So I wanted this to be on the outside so you could see on both sides and it'd be pretty on both sides. Thank you, Elizabeth Bauer. Hey, Kathy Chase. Thank you for watching me. I hope you'll be back. I enjoy painting, and I do a lot of wood things as well. Oh, my goodness, don't get that in there. Okay. Got some of my stuff I'm blowing around there. I don't want to do that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is take this real tiny brush. This comes in a mini brush set at Hobby Lobby, okay? And I like that because there's some very tiny brushes in there, and this is also really tiny because you don't want to get too much of your color. Now I'm going to use red. You would think I would use a brighter pink, but I don't do that, okay? I use red, and I put some water with it and some white. And that way it kind of goes pink. And we're just going to kind of go right like this. See how that is? Right now it looks kind of funky, but it will look pretty. And I really shouldn't have started with the one I just painted, but I did. Let me go to the next flower and we'll come back to that one. All right, because I'll let it dry a little bit more. All right, so I want some water. You want to thin it out. You don't want too much. And what we're doing is just kind of making the center of the flower. Just like that. And I end up putting a little bit of pink on there too. I don't want it to be very severe. You want to get the red and the white together. Thank you for finding me. I hope you found me on the Sparkle Room page. All right, so then I'm just going to keep going. I got too much water on it. I want to make sure we get done here. I got most everything done for the inside except for the big part. And I want to do that with y'all. So I'm just going to keep going here. Okay. So this is where the inside is, and we're going to also have gold, which I don't have out here. I've got to find my yellow, which is right there. All right, so, hey Cindy Kane, how are you? Thank you for being here. All right, so we're going to keep going, and I'm just going to take the red and the white together and just kind of make it towards the middle here. And I kind of have to just keep doing them together. You just want to do a little bit. Don't want to make it too severe. All right, so there's the other one. And then we've got to do the one that I started, but it was still a little bit wet. So we're just going to keep going there. We're almost finished with that part. All right. So now we've got 3 flowers right there. Thank you so much, Miss Pat, for being on there in case there's some boogers you need to get off or something. Hey, Lynn Peak, thank you for those stars. You're so sweet. All right, so the next thing, we've got to have our gold for the middle. And I know everybody that follows me, you know that I use what I call a crappy brush. And I use that, even though I've put way too much yellow on here. I use that, okay? It's a very worn brush, but I love it, okay? So what I'm going to do is take some of the gold and put it with the white, just a little bit. I'm going to put my hand in here. We're going to take this and we're going to stipple it on right here. It makes nice inside of flowers. Okay. And this way it gives you 2 dimensions. It's got a little bit of white, a little bit, and I've already done this one. Okay, how you see that? And we're going to do the same thing over here. So you wanted a lighter color, just simply because you want to take the little bitty brush and you're going to go in the gold and you're going to just make some darker gold. And if you have to, you can put it with a little bit of brown. And I've got a little brown here. If it doesn't show up good enough, then you can do it this way, which I'm going to do. And you just take this and just keep going. Now I put a few little red ones in there as well. And you can do little brown ones if the gold doesn't do good enough. Okay. So there's one, and there's another one up there. And then I'm going to do the one that's last. We'll put it together here. But this way it kind of shows up. It's supposed to be kind of like dogwoods. I don't know how good they are. And we've got a little bit of red. I wanted to do a little red on here, and I've almost covered it up with my yellow, but we're just going to do a few in each one before it sucks all the red up. Alright. And I don't think I'm going to put any little stems or anything. I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is with the dots. It looks just as good. Alright. So there they are. Okay, and here's the other side. And I muted it a little bit more than these. These have a little bit more redness. If you feel like it's not good enough, then you can go back. Thank you for the stars. I appreciate that, Maria. Thank you so much. My dogwoods are beautiful. Aw. All right, so now we're going to take the little brush again. What did I do with it? Somewhere. Here it is. All right, we're going to take this. We're going to put a little bit of water in there, and we're going to take it in the dark green. You're going to have it just on the edge of your brush, and we're going to go on the outside of this right here. I've already done the lighter color, which I've got some here just in case I need to go over it again. And I'm just going to go on the outside of this right here, the leaf. And then we're going to just go right here in the middle, if I can get it to work here. All right. So there, it's getting there, okay? And then we want it to be darker at the bottom. And I also am going to do a little bit right in there. Okay. So that looks more like a leaf. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing again. I need a little bit more water. When it drags a little bit, we need a little bit more water on there, but you don't want too much. So I'm making it so you can see it just a little bit better. And then we're just going to put a couple little stems. And I'm trying to do it with the small brush so you can see it. And I'm going to go on the outside of this one. I didn't do that with the other one. All right. Let me rinse it out some. Hey, Denise, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. Hey, MJ, thank you for being here. All right, I'm going to turn this around because I'm right-handed. If you want, you can get the color that's underneath right on the bottom of that. So when you go to put your darker color, you'll have the lighter color on the outside or the inside. So I'm just going to do it like this, and then I'm going to flip it over. Do the same thing. And make my leaves. This is kind of not as good as I normally do. All right. So there's another leaf right there. And then we've got these up at the top to do. So I'm going to do this again. And go from the center and go down. And we're just going on the edge right where I've drawn it on there. I'm going on the edge as much as I can. Just to get on that. Now I'm going to take some of this and just go right in here from the bottom to make it look a little darker at the bottom. Okay. And let me see if we got some in the middle here, so let me do this. And this one's kind of in between. Okay. So now, thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. All right. All right. So there's one leaf. And then we're going to go to this next one right down here. Put a little water on there. Hey, Miss Jackie. Now let me tell you, with this Fabergé egg, or this, not Fabergé, even though I'm trying to make me one. With this particular egg, it's plastic. And the paper on it is not real good. So when I was trying to do everything, it just didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. I had to use Mod Podge. And that helped me to keep it together because it didn't want to do right. So if you do purchase one of these at Amazon, they are the largest one, then just be mindful of that if you want to paint on it, because it really messes up. I had to do several coats. All right, come on. This is the last leaf here. Then we can go on to the inside. I just wanted to have this done. Let me get one little thing here. And we want to go right in here. And I'm just taking this and doing it like this. Make sure everything has got it like that. Okay. So there is this. Okay. So it makes it pretty. Let me dry it so we can put it down if we need to. All of that. So, hey Barb, thank you for being here. Fly like a hummingbird. And I wanted it gray for the background. I didn't want anything severe or to have it green. I could have done blue. Thank you, Miss Margaret. All right, so I think I've got it. And I may go back with some darker green on the very edges. Here we go again. It's getting in the paint. No. It's the bad thing about. Let me get that out of the way. All right. So we'll just be able to use one since I got paint all over that other one. Gosh. Let me see if I can cut part of that off. I know y'all are saying, what is she talking about? All right, we may use it anyway. Just a little bit of it. It's got some pink on there. All right. So when I thought about doing this, I think of spring and I think of birds and baby birds and feeding birds and all of that. And I like bluebirds. So I'm going to set this over here to the side. We're going to work on the mama bird, okay? This is a gourd that I bought from a guy in Alabama. And I kind of started it because I just wanted to see how it would be. I'm going to use my crappie brush again, okay? And we're going to use the blue. And we're going to just put some kind of randomly on here. I'm going to do it basically like the bluebird is. It's not going to be perfect because it's this shape instead of more like a bird. But we're going to just keep going around here. And I've got this color because basically their little eggs are turquoise looking. This is a little bit different color than a bird, the bluebird. It's kind of got a little bit darker or brighter blue. I don't know. But we're just going to do the best we can here. And part of this is supposed to be white. Part of it's supposed to be... I filled it in a little bit. This is clay that I've used for the beak. I've used it for the feet here. 619. Thank you, Miss Pat. All right. So I've got some time. We're doing good. And I'm just going to make it kind of look like feathers. That's the reason that I want to use this. I'm going to go on this a little bit because I feel like this really needs to be blue right here. And I did do it the kind of orangey looking color that his little breast is. Hey there, Sarah. How are you doing, Booksy and Button? Y'all should have seen her egg. It was fabulous. If you didn't get to see it, go join the page. And follow Sarah also. All right, so I'm just kind of stippling it on just to make it look like more of a bird. All right, see that? And it's got white here, and I've got it all the way around white. Now I'm going to take some black, and we're going to do the little feet right here. So it looks like she's sitting on the edge of the nest. Y'all are going to die when y'all see these babies. These babies are so cute. I had to do the babies. All right, so I'm going to take a very thin brush, okay? Sarah's came out beautiful. It did. It really did. All right. So I'm going to take this, and we're just going to take this and go right on here. I'm just going to make it look like little feet, kind of. And I'll show y'all. Just like that, okay? And I'm going to go over the top of it too, just so it looks like it's coming from the body. Just like that, okay? Yes, it's supposed to be a blue bird, but I'm doing the best I can here. It isn't going to be exact just simply because it's a, you know, gourd. So it's not shaped exactly like a bird. But it reminded me of a bird, so we're going to do bird. We're going to do a bird. All right. Let me get one more little foot on here. There we go. All right, so now they look like little feet, okay? Or little claws or whatever you want to call it. Let me get a little bit more on the top here. All right, so that looks cute. All right, now I'm going to put some wings on it. We're going to dry this, and Lord, let me keep it away from all this other stuff, so let me do it to the side. I don't want any of this to, woo, hot. We got to put some eyes on it and cover the beak with black. It's got a little bit maybe of yellow, I don't know. Lindy is the one that's the bluebird fan for sure. So I'm going to try, but I think it's mostly black for this, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm just taking my little brush and doing this. And there's a little bit of blue right at the edge here, and I'm just going to leave that like it's coming out from her face. I'm going to do the closest that I can here. Go all the way around, and then I can just color it. Once you get all the area next to the face, it's pretty easy from that point. There we go. Now, and I'll put a little bit of white on here too. Once I get it all colored black, we'll dry it just a little bit. Let me get all this done. All right, I'm also going to put a little tongue in there, so we're just going to, let me get the eye done. Got a little bit of glue or something right there, so let me do this. All right, let me do this a little bit better right here. All right, so that's the little face, but we're gonna put a little bit more blue right there where it needs it. An egg gnome. You want somebody to do an egg gnome? I didn't even think about that. All right, so I'm going to take a little bit of white. We're going to put some more white down because I need that. You always need fresh white. I'm going to dry this a little bit. Let me do it over here to the side again. Thank you. That's a good idea to do an egg gnome. Might do that with a wooden one. All right, so we're gonna go over this, kind of like that, and over this one. Just like that. And then we want a little bit of white on here, but I'm going to take some of it off. I just want to do a little bit so you can tell the difference. Okay, so there's the mouth. Now I do want to put a little bit of red in its mouth, so I'm probably going to make it more pink, but let me get the red out. Thank you, Miss Linda. So if you're not following, I hope that you will. And come back and see me on a different day. All right, so let me try to get right in his mouth here. We're going to do a little bit of red. That looks pretty good. I'm putting a little bit of white in there too. A little bit too much. And if you do too much, like I did, go back over it. All right, so do you see the little tongue there? All right, now I'm gonna get the white and do 626. So I have roughly 15, 18 minutes, something like that. Let me get the white on the end of here. Put it inside the eye. Okay, so there's that. Now, let me see. I gotta fix the blue, don't I? Because I didn't get close enough over here. So I gotta fix this. And fix it right here too. All right. So, there it is. Right there, and it's going to look better with the wings and stuff on there. Let me get this out of the way. I don't want to accidentally put my hand in it or something. So I have my bird wings, okay? And I've got one for the back. So I'm going to put it kind of underneath so he'll have a tail, or she'll have a tail. All right, we're going to just stick this kind of on the bottom here. All right, so there's her little tail, like that. Thank you. Oh my goodness, okay. So this is gonna be her wing right here. So we're gonna put a little hot glue right in here. We have to just set it first so we can see where we're gonna put it. And then this kind of goes right there. Okay. So this is what she looks like so far. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side, and I just have to kind of look at it. Roughly right in here. And it's going to be covered up. All right, so that's what she looks like, okay? And there's her little tail right there. Okay. I also wanted to do a little bit of white on here in between. So I think I'm just going to use the one since I got paint on this one. I was going to do them in between the feet. But can't do that since I got paint on it. So we're going to do it this way. And just put a little feathers there. And then I got this one. And I kind of put 3 of them together. And we're going to put this right on the front. If I don't, look at that. All right, we're going to put this one on the front. And I'm going to flip it over. I've got it kind of a V right there, so it looks like it's right at her chin, her chinny chin chin. Let me see. Put a little bit down here too. It's not quite enough. Get on there, booger. All right. So there she is with a little bit of, see, I wanted 2 so I could have it over here too, but I kind of messed that up, floating it in the paint on accident. Okay, so I made a worm, okay, because she's going to feed her baby. So I've got the brown here, and I'm just going to take my finger. This is teddy bear color. I just figured a brown worm. I don't know. It could be white. Could be, let me just put a little white with it to make it a little lighter. But I'm just going to paint it like this. It's just easier to do it with your fingers. And then we're just going to roll it around. Kind of fun playing with the worm. Thank you, Terry. Yours was so cute. All right. This is kind of dry, so I'm just having to roll it on here a little bit. You like, thank you. All right, we're just wanting it to look kind of like a worm. So I'm doing the best I can here. I keep taking some of it off, but this is clay. It's air dry clay. All right, so that kind of looks like a worm. And I could make little beady eyes for it, but that'd be mean, wouldn't it? Because it's feeding the baby. So let me move this out of the way again. So here's my bluebird mama, and this is going to go in her mouth, okay? So we're going to take this and put a little bit of hot glue right here. One little bead, and I'm going to put the worm in there, All right, and hopefully that'll stay. Let's see. Well, it's because I moved it, but I didn't know if I wanted it there. Okay. There. That's the way I want it. Okay, so now she's got a worm. Okay. Caulking, hot glue, super glue, and paint all over your fingers. I know, me too. All right, so on the inside of it, I thought it would be better to just keep it black, okay, because you're going to be able to focus in on the birds. Okay, I got this from someone, one of my drug reps at work, okay, gave me this, okay. Perfect little nest. I wanted this because you need more of it. Bird always gets the worm. All right, now I've got there, it had 3 eggs in here, okay? So I wanted to leave 1 egg for the back. And the reason why I wanted to leave the 1 egg is because the baby birds are going to be in here and it'll sit up a lot better. So what we're going to do first, let me just move this right here, is to put the baby birds on here. Okay, y'all are just going to crack up. This is so funny. I'm going to use a little bit of super glue, okay? You can't see it very well, but there's glue right here where the other 2 eggs were. And I just painted this when in here, and I just left it glued to that. Okay, so I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put a little bit of this kind of glue, which is super glue gel, okay? You can get this at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to put a little bit on either side where the baby birds are going to go, and I'm going to use hot glue as well, okay? So the first thing I want to do, put a good amount of hot glue, because you want the baby bird to sit there. Y'all are just going to crack up. Y'all wait until you see this, but let me get it situated, okay? And then I've got this other bird, and I'm going to do it. And it may smell because these 2 together. All right. Just like this. All right, so y'all ready? These are also gourds. Okay, thank you for those stars. I appreciate that. Thank you for all the hearts. Okay, so here's one baby bird that's hungry. Okay, thank you, Miss Connie. And I love the little, this one has little fuzzies on it too, but it's got different ones. I didn't have enough of this one, but isn't it cute? He's just sitting there waiting, and this one wants some food, okay? And this one's right here. But this is the back, okay? Because you have to have something for the mama to kind of sit on. So when I put it in here, let me fix this. All right. I'm going to put it down in here a little bit, but you'll see why I left it black, okay? Now let me get, I think the mama needs to go in first. All right, hold on. We'll get the mama in there. And then, oh, this is so cute. Okay. And then the babies. Get in there now. And I'll show it to you. All right. I got to move the mama up a little bit. All right. Now, here we go. I'm going to try to move this down a little bit because you want to see the mama too. And I'm going to try to put some glue in here. All right. All right. So hopefully that's going to hold that. Okay. Are y'all ready? Do you see the mama in there? And she's about to feed her baby. Thank you, Joanne. That's so sweet of you to give me stars. Isn't it cute? My goodness. Okay. So, I went to either an estate sale or something, okay? And I got this right here. And I do like it gold, but I think silver would probably look better. And I don't have any just sitting here. So I'm just going to leave it gold for right now. So when you put this on here, and I may try to move all this down. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. You don't even have to do anything because it sits really good, okay? Here's the baby. All right, now I did a trial run, and I wanted to make sure that I could do this. I had to get a Dremel tool and drill out the hole and everything. I had never really used a Dremel before, so it was kind of funny, and I thought, oh, I'm going to mess this up, but I didn't mess it up. And I was going to put some diamond dust on the flowers a little bit. Y'all think it needs that? I've got a few minutes, but I wanted to show y'all my prototype, and I didn't do birds with prototype, okay? Now, I've got this. I did a different one. I had this little cup here, and it's perfect to hold the egg. So I've got this. It's a silver cup that's kind of, you know, damaged looking, but I like it like that. All right, so this is the first one that I did, okay? Which is sort of like Tammy's with the lace. But I made 2 bunny rabbits and have a carrot in there. So this is the other one that I did, and it's the prototype. But there's a mama and her little girl. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. So these are also gourds. They're 2 different sizes. I think the baby's head is a little bead. I do that often with some different stuff. And I did not paint the back of this one. I only painted it the one solid color. Thank you, Miss Pam. Thank you so much. So just in case I want to change this out, I'm not going to glue it down for right now, but it would look cute with it glued down and ready to go. But this was the first one, and I just had to make sure I could do it. And this one is the second one. And this is the mama and the baby bluebirds. And then I'm going to turn it around so you can see the back. And you don't even have to glue this down in case you want to use the base with something else. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you. Is it Beert? I don't know how to say your name. Maybe switch the 2 bases. You think the other one needs to be? Yeah, because you're talking about for the silver. I thought of that too. But I like the big base for this one. I don't know. What does it look like? Does it look okay with the silver? Y'all like it better this way? That's the reason why I didn't glue anything down. Thank you, Miss Connie. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you for the hearts. And let's see what time it is. It's 42. We've got 3 minutes. Now, I'm going to have an auction this coming Saturday, so a week from today at 5 p.m. Central, if y'all are interested in anything. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Melissa. Miss Brenda, Doris, y'all are so sweet. Y'all like it better with this one? I just didn't have anything. I like the base of this other one better. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Cindy. Y'all are so sweet. Now, I'll post pictures later. Thank you, Deborah. You like the other base? I do too. And I may paint it silver. It just seems like the silver ought to be better than the gold for this particular one because I've got gray as the background. But I'll put some dust on here, some diamond dust on the flowers a little bit, and that'll be some more sparkle. There is sparkle right here, but you can't hardly tell it whenever I did the glue on there. It kind of dulls it. I've got 644. Is it 644? I don't want to get in anybody's space. According to my watch, 644. So when it turns 645, then I'll have to go. And y'all will see Dina with Designs by Dina. 43, Miss Connie said. It's 45 now, so she's going to be on. I'm going to have to go, y'all. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.